insurance for our activities for the whole week, which you have helped us in here. And there's some new people here on the council that may not know all the festivities that we do. So I'm going to go over a little highlights. I won't take too long, though. I'll give you highlights for you. Okay. Of course, we're a nonprofit. We have 15 members on my board. We are all volunteers. We meet at my home, and we have Beth Madone, our treasurer, Goldie Vatula is our recording secretary, Marty Lamb is our corresponding secretary, and she sends out all the letters, donation letters, and parade letters, and so forth. Richard Ferguson's the parade chairman, and Mike Rayleigh is our food chairman. And we have meetings at my house, and we meet mainly just during the summer and plan the festivities. And this year it is our 87th year, and our theme is our railroad heritage. So that should be able to make some good floats for the parade and so forth. So the celebration started in 1928 with the Women's Club, and there's only 15 members there, and they had 38 registrations at that time. Then the Pioneer Board started carrying the celebrations in 1942. We have the honoring our king and queen, and they are chosen from the people in our community. And then we honor a parade marshal and a distinguished citizen, and they are all chosen from our community. Our expenses in all of this, are we have to rent the tables and the chairs from the Canyon rental, and the porta potties that come down, that usually runs us right around $900. Our food, which we have the barbecue and ice cream and the dessert, the whole meal. We serve all the pioneers at the park at noon, and that usually runs us right at $1,300. We have all the mailing of the letters and so forth that go out is $260. Then we have our entertainment is usually $150. We don't ever go over more than that. And then we have the trophies, first, second, and third place winners for the parade, and the window people, the merchants downtown are asked to decorate their windows, and then we have first, second, and third place for them. And that runs us $325. And then we have right at totaling all that together, basically, we have a total that runs us $2,935. So we run on Friday night. We have a dinner at the Elks, and we crown the king and the queen there. And then the parade is at 10 o'clock. And then all of that goes down to the Pioneer Park, and we have the booths. Now there is a little bit of revenue that we get from that. We do have $15 that we charge for the food booths that are there, and there's probably maybe 18, maybe 20 at max if we're lucky. And so that little bit of money we do get coming in. But other than that, that's the only money that we have coming in as far as helping us with our expenditures. And then we have, it's a good thing, because then our kids from the high school help to serve and set up and help us serve at the park. And we have the kids that are in the parade, and the kids get help with that. And so it not only but the older Pioneer days, but we have things for the young and the old, and it involves everybody in the families. And of course, everybody loves the parade. So, so anyway, that is mainly what I'd like to explain to you about, and hopefully that you would consider helping us with our insurance, because you all know if we don't have insurance, we can't have all of this. So I really would like for you to consider that. And if you have any questions right now, I'd be glad to answer them. I've been president of the board for, I don't know how long, but anyway, a long time. And of course, I've lived here all my life. Taught school here for 43 years and 3 in Pueblo, so I've taught a total of 46 years. And of course, I'm involved in other organizations and the church things and so forth. So I'm involved in everything in the town. So I love living here, love the people being here, and they're all wonderful to work with. So I appreciate that listening to me. Anybody got any questions?
I have a question for Dory. Dory, what is the insurance cost for the Pioneer Day?
Last year was $521.
I was gonna say, I forgot to put that in here. Yeah, it was 520.
You're asking the city to think about what?
They always have. Yeah, right. Yes, yeah, possibly can, we really would appreciate it. Yeah.
Larry?
How many entries do you normally have for the parade?
And the parade,
About how many?
last year we had, Goldie, was it 98? Do you remember? I'm pretty sure, we almost had 100 last year, right?
Approximately 100.
Yes, right.
What is the entry fee?
We don't have an entry fee for our parade at all. We've never had an entry fee for our parade. No.
That's a consideration. Thank you.
Sure. Anybody else? Okay.
Mel?
Mine's not a question, I'd just like to, I think this is probably the single most biggest thing we do here in Florence. It's my opinion, and we promote this 100%.
Thing we do.
If it's appropriate, then I would like to make a motion. To approve, the city of Florence, paying for the, Pioneer Day festivities, insurance, which I think is around $500.
Well, we might need to talk about, we always had so much money put aside for insurance for everybody. That's what we need to look at. I think we need to look to our city manager to see.
Well, we didn't specifically budget for it this year. If the city council wants to do this, I'm looking at the budget right now, looking for places to take it from. Right on highway.
That would be a good idea next year to
No,
go through
that's
the
originally,
budget.
no,
Because we're gonna have it, hopefully. It's our biggest celebration. We have that Blossom
We do
Weekend
have,
and Pioneer Day.
we do have our
merchants paid for the insurance fully this year for the car show. I know that the chamber, I believe, paid insurance for Junk Teak. So again, it bothers me as a citizen to see you set budgets and then immediately switch and not treat everybody the same. Thanks.
Anyone else, visitors that want to talk? Okay, move on to old business. Second reading of ordinance 14-2014, extending the cable franchise. Who's done this?
Right.
This comes before you on second reading to extend the President Hemp Charter Communications franchise on a temporary basis through November 30, 2014. We're still working with the corporation on trying to get a permanent franchise. And we're hoping that this extension will allow enough time for that to happen. I didn't hear you down here, I'm sorry. You didn't hear me? Okay. You passed this ordinance on first reading to extend the cable franchise through November 30 of this year. This is before you on second reading. We're still working on a permanent franchise agreement with Charter. Did you hear that? Yes, sir. Okay, very good.
Then I would make a motion that we accept on second reading ordinance approving the zone extending the franchise agreement between the city of Florence and Granters and President Communications LLC, L-K-A Charter Communications grantee.
Second.
We have first and second, is there more discussion on this matter?
Yes, I would like to discuss it just a little bit.
Okay.
This company just can't seem to get their act together. And I think, and that from some of the citizens that I've talked that are using their service, they're not very delighted with the service they're receiving at this point. So I'm not sure if this, I know that we did not have enough votes here to say no to this, but
except the southerly 50 feet of lots 30, 31, and 32, Block 1, Chase and Frazier's addition to Florence, Fremont County, Colorado, more commonly known as 207 West 2nd Street, formerly known as 110 North Santa Fe, Florence, Colorado. And whereas the Planning Commission held a public hearing on August 14, 2014, due notice of which was provided in reference to this requested zone change, and thereafter said Planning Commission voted to recommend to the City Council approval of the requested zone change for this property located at 207 West 2nd Street from CB Central Business District Zone District to R2 Low Medium Density Residential Zone District based on the findings that the area is changing or has changed to such a degree that is in the best interest to encourage redevelopment of the area, and that the vision of the master plan for the commercial professional development in that area has not taken place. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Florence, 1, that the east 20 feet of Block 28 and all of lots 29, 30, 31, and 32, Block 1, Chase and Frazier's addition, except the southerly 50 feet of lots 30, 31, and 32, Block 1, Chase and Frazier's addition to Florence, Fremont County, or commonly known as 207 West 2nd Street, within the city limits of the City of Florence, is hereby rezoned R2 Low Medium Density Residential Zone District. 2, that the zoning map of the City of Florence shall be amended to reflect the above described zone change.
Yeah,
Yeah, good evening. Thank you, Dory. The rezoning is from CB Central Business Zone District. If you listen to that title, Central Business Zone District, and if you look at that street, Second Street is more of a, kind of as a residential setting, and in the comprehensive plan in 2006, there was a rezoning to CB with the intent, I call kind of aspirational zoning, that this street would kind of turn into the street, I forget what it is in Canyon City, that behind the main commercial corridor that has offices and things like that. That change has not taken place, and so the idea was that that was going to happen. That hasn't happened. I think I've been talking to Mike about revisiting that zone change and looking at the DP, which is
city needs is additional land on the west side of the North Reservoir to do what it needs to do over there in terms of adding gasometers and further repair and maintenance and construction of that side of the North Reservoir in particular. Alan Gordon is the current owner of the property that abuts the city's property where the North Reservoir is. And we've been working, I mean staff, has been working with Alan and his wife Christy to see what we could do to gain some additional land on the west side of that reservoir and actually bring it under city ownership so that the city can do the things that it needs to do to take care of that reservoir. The sum and substance of this resolution 10-2014 provides that he would grant the city an additional 40 feet west along the whole north-south line of that reservoir. In addition, for the exchange of some easements, he would grant the city an easement from County Road 100 coming south across his property to gain access to that reservoir. The city would grant him an easement back along that 40-foot strip to allow him ingress and egress to the southern part of his property, as well as wants to graze some cattle along there. And as long as the cattle are fenced out from the reservoir, city didn't say that would pose a particular problem. And then also in addition, he is building a home on the adjacent parcel that he owns to the east on the water tower. Now the city certainly is in the driver's seat in terms of